So today I'm really pleased to talk to my colleague Simon Whitley. Hi, Simon. Um,
Hello.
Hi, thank you for accepting to take part in this podcast. We are Entegra. Can you please explain a bit what you do at Entegra?
I well, first of all, thank you for inviting me to speak to you today. My role is a combination of operation consultants and account directors. I'm one of two members of the team in house accounts, which is our smaller independent clients, and across the UK, working with Mark in the north, and I look after the south of the UK. Over 70 clients, working with them to support their business in the procurement and operational support where required as well.
Okay, perfect. I understand that you have a chef background. What did you used to do before Entegra?
Yeah, I was a chef for 30 years.
Wow.
I decided at the age of 13 when I got rejected from Liverpool schoolboys to play football that I was going to cook. Went through all my school years, qualifications, and then moved to London at 18 years of age and spent most of my career working in the five-star market, Michelin star restaurants as initially commis chef, gaining experience in Europe, Switzerland, Germany, Italy, um, in London, moving from the northwest of England, where I'm from originally, moving to London at the start of my career, and then Switzerland to continue my apprenticeship for 18 months, Germany, short stint in Italy as well, and then back to London. And once I'd completed my training and gained experience, I took my first head chef's job at a private members club called Home House, which was part of a change of the private members club scene in London at the time. So Home House opened, and some great experiences, and worked in some great properties with some great people as well. Because you can have a wonderful property, but I think that the people that you work with and the teams is important. I worked at the Dorchester, worked for the Dorchester Collection at the Dorchester, and I was the exec chef at Coward Park. Spent some time in Scotland at Cameron House as exec chef, the Old Course St Andrews F&B director, and had some great experiences, and as I said, some wonderful teams part of and leading as well, which I enjoy.
Wow, so that's really impressive. So you've had different experiences in different countries, and as you say, the most is important thing is the people you work with, and so you worked in Germany, Switzerland, in the UK, and what is it like to work with staff who have a different culture? Does this make a difference in the business, in the daily business, or not?
Oh, for sure. I think to work abroad is great because it widens the mind and you experience different cultures, different languages, which we English are not very good at learning. But um, but I think it's important to widen the mind, yeah, and experience different ways of life. And I think that helps you later on as well in life when you come to manage teams which are from different countries, from Europe, because then you understand perhaps a little bit more about their culture, where they're from, and you can be a lot more adaptable, which I think is very important when you get to management positions because of the wide varied cultures in your team as well. I never mentioned America when we spoke as well. I worked in the US,
Wow.
and again, different culture, and I think different perspective in different countries on the hospitality industry. And uh, in the UK, it tends to be how's the best way to put it? Not so much a career, but something that you possibly fall into. I chose it
Mhm.
as a career personally, whereas in different countries, especially in Europe, um, and in America, and I'm sure other countries as well, to be in hospitality is regarded as quite prestigious, and that there's perhaps a lot more professionalism across other countries than what we give it in the UK, which is a shame.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, thank you for that. And from all of these experiences, if you had to choose like the most memorable experience, what would it be? Or maybe two of them, if yeah.
I think I, I've done quite a few openings. So I think when you were involved in a business from the kind of incubation, the start, the idea, and then you actually put it into practice, I think they gave me real pleasure. Home House was one. Another was the Devonshire Club, which I was involved in at the start, and Petersham Nurseries as well. I worked there in London, and we took their idea from Richmond and we brought it to Covent Garden, which was a great experience. So I think openings is great, and then I think building a team and watching that team evolve and develop is something that I'm really proud of as well. Great team at the Old Course, Cameron House, Coweth Park to a degree, but I think building teams and then watching, as I said, those people evolve and develop and the team develop, that gives me the biggest pleasure.
Okay, yes. So the people, really, it's the people aspect that you like the most. And how does your experience as a chef impact your current job at Entegra?
It's a massive help. You can relate to the people. Obviously, we've gone through a difficult few years, and hopefully we're out of the woods, but I'm not so sure. And I think you can relate to the people in the operation and the owners, the general managers, the chefs, the finance, when people look at it from there. And I think that experience I gained in the day-to-day running of operations, leading teams, understanding the financial pressures is hugely beneficial, because you can use that experience to relate to the people that you're working with and obviously support them on the procurement. But as well, added value is use your operational experience to make recommendations on other aspects of the business, which will help support, has done already and will do in the future.
Mm-hmm. And that's also like the added value of Entegra, is that we have people who worked as like GMs or chefs, and that makes a big difference for our clients, definitely. Okay, and
Yes.
so there is an ongoing staff shortage in the hospitality industry. So what would be your advice to the younger generation who would like to start a career in the industry? If you had to give an advice, what would it be?
I think before talking to the younger people, there's an education piece needs to be given in the schools. I remember when I started out, which is a long time ago now, and said that I wanted to go into hospitality to the careers advisor at the time. It was frowned upon, and I wouldn't say encouraged, but as I said, I knew from baking cakes in the kitchen at home with my grandmother that I wanted to cook. That was it. And I think there needs to be an education piece done there in the schools. I'm a member of the Academy, Royal Academy of Culinary Arts, and we are active in schools and we do go and educate children. But then I think the industry as well has to help itself, and it has to give reasonable hours. It will never be, well, there are sectors that are 9 to 5, but the majority will never be nine to 5. But I think training people properly and not just throwing people in to do a job because the staff shortage is there. I think having a training plan and executing it and investing in people is very important, and taking an interest in people and their well-being, which is very hot topic at the moment, is very important. I think it's about having a clear vision and involving people, but giving them the training and giving them the work-life balance as well is very important today. And it's getting a combination of all that to attract the right people. And there's a lot of good stuff happening now. I think with the pandemic and the pressures that have been put on businesses, financial infrastructure, and finding those people, which is a worldwide problem. Not just the UK, because we get very, very focused on in our own backyard, shall we say, but there are issues worldwide. There's a lot of good stuff out there, and a lot of people we work with and colleagues from in the industry who've kind of stopped the clock and reset so that their business ultimately can survive, because without the business there's no job, but also looking at the way that they operate and the way that they treat their teams, and that's from training, from making it exciting to be in the industry, to regular days off, and really investing in people and treating them so it becomes an industry that people want to come in. But that kind of brings me full circle. Once that's done and embedded, which is not going to happen just overnight, it started, and there will still be some way to go. An education piece then needs to be done back into the schools, about the great opportunities of working in hospitality, be it in the kitchen, be it front of house, and all the benefits of travel that's there, and how you can experience different things, but also make a great career out of it. And if you stick at it and do well, and work in good sectors, you can make a good living out of hospitality as well.
Yes, definitely. It's this industry is full of opportunities, and as you said, like the pandemic followed by the staff shortage is going to make a difference for the future, and it's just like coming now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much for your time, Simon, and I let you go back to your daily job.
Thank you, Cindy. Thank you.
Thank you.